Hello, thanks for joining me for a story today. This story is called The Better Brother Bunny. It was a warm summer day in the countryside, and down inside Mrs. Rabbit's cozy rabbit hole, her two rabbit children were getting on her last nerve. There was a big brother bunny and a little brother bunny, and they had been fighting all day long. They fought over who got the biggest carrot for breakfast. They fought over who had the longest ears. They fought over who could jump the highest. All day long they argued and quarreled. Finally, Mrs. Rabbit pulled Big Brother Bunny aside and said, "You two have been fighting all day long. What's going on?" Big Brother Rabbit complained about his little brother. "He's so annoying. He follows me around and he takes my stuff without asking, and he's always telling these dumb jokes. I just want him to be less annoying." "Well, that is a problem," said Mrs. Rabbit to the Big Brother Rabbit. "Have you ever heard of the Easter Bunny?" Well, of course he had. Every rabbit had heard of the Easter Bunny. "Well," said Mrs. Rabbit, "he has a cousin, the Better Brother Bunny. And the Better Brother Bunny travels the countryside, and he has the magic power to make little brothers less annoying. I heard he's going to be passing through our forest today. If you go to the big tree at the top of the hill and wait, he'll come by eventually. But you can't tell anyone you're waiting for him, or he won't come." Mrs. Rabbit then pulled the little brother rabbit aside and said, "You two have been fighting all day long. What's going on?" Then little brother rabbit complained about his big brother. "He's so mean. He always takes the best stuff because he's bigger, and he pushes me around, and he never listens to my jokes, and he never wants to play with me. I just want him to be less mean." "Well, that is a problem," said Mrs. Rabbit. "The Better Brother Bunny is coming to the forest today, and he has the magical power to make big brothers less mean. If you go to the big tree at the top of the hill and wait, he'll come eventually, but you can't tell anyone you're waiting for him, or he won't come." So the two rabbit brothers both waited at the top of the hill. "What are you here for?" said the little brother. "Never mind," said the older brother. "What are you doing following me up here?" "I'm not telling," said the little brother. "Do you want to hear a knock-knock joke?" "No," said the older brother. So they fell silent, and they waited, but the Better Brother Bunny didn't come. There was nothing to do. It's pretty boring, but still they waited. The older brother went down and poked his head inside the rabbit hole. "Mom!" "Keep waiting, sweetie. I'm sure he'll come." So they waited and waited, sitting by the tree. It was super boring. Finally, the little brother said, "Knock, knock." The older brother rolled his eyes, but by then he was so bored he couldn't help himself. "Who's there?" "Ach." "Ach who?" "Gesundheit," said the little brother, and he laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. The older rabbit brother smiled a little despite himself. "Knock, knock. Who's there?" "Nana." "Nana who?" "Nana, your business." And the little brother laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed, and soon the older brother was laughing too, and the little brother kept telling jokes until they were howling with laughter. Big Brother Rabbit picked up a pine cone. "Do you want to play catch? Go long." And the little brother raced out onto the grass, and Big Brother threw a perfect spiral to him. "Nice catch." They played together until it was dark. By then they'd forgotten all about the Better Brother Bunny. Only when Mrs. Rabbit was tucking them into bed did they remember. "Mama," they said, no longer keeping it a secret, "the Better Brother Bunny never came." "Didn't he?" she said. "Goodness, he must have been delayed in town." "Do you want to play catch again tomorrow?" said Big Brother to his little brother. "Yes," said the little brother rabbit. "Knock, knock. Who's there?" "Best brother." "Best brother who?" said Big Brother Rabbit. "Best brother you," said little brother Rabbit. And then they were fast asleep. So that's the story of the Better Brother Bunny. Thanks for sharing it with me today. I hope you have a beautiful day.